Hey everybody, BTO Pro here. I got a weird one. It's kind of a fun issue. Thought I'd throw it up in video. So noticed this online a long time ago now. Oh my gosh, over a year. This idea of find it basically passing in arguments to doxify, like sidebar equals false, and disabling parts of the UI as a result. Now, this is a really basic URL argument equals CSS selector. But solving this via web components, found an interesting little pattern here. So here is my example. The idea would be we'd have a interface of some kind, and there's a feature of the interface that our users don't like. I don't know why. Let's say it's the search button. So let me pull up DevTools here. We've got a way of targeting the search button. Now, we don't really need to disable the search button fundamentally. We just need to make it so people can't click it, because if they can't click it, it ain't there. So problem we have, all right, we've got Axioma Site Builder. That's our entire scaffold tag. Inside of that, in the light DOM, not shadow, we have clean 2. That's the name of this theme layer. So our themes are made of web components. Then drilling down into its shadow root, we can find a search button there. This says site modal part search BTN. Now, if you're not familiar with the part specification, it allows you to target parts of a user interface. Think of it like classes, except it'll cascade through shadow roots. So how I use this in conjunction with the URL is we've created this disable features property in our element. And disable features is a string. It's a little weird. Start does nothing. Disable features on our initial run as we're setting up all the requirements of what it is for our theme layer and our system to work. We go and snag off the URL parameters if there are any disabled features here. So if we disable any features, then we want to put it there. Let's take out the console log. We don't need that. So I'm going to take disable features, and we are going to throw it into URL. So the idea is user goes, yeah, I really like this. I want to embed it, or I want to send a link out about it so that people can use it somewhere, use it in the context of another system. I don't want there to be the search bar. So that's where we're at here. Now, the selector leveraging parts, I've got one global CSS file that we use in Hack CMS. It's mostly just very baseline, like this is what a link looks like by default. Nothing much to these styles, just reset styles basically. However, setting a selector like this I thought was interesting, worth noting. So at the top level of the page, we've got this Hack CMS site builder tag. Then on it, we've got disable features, and the ever wonderful includes literally anywhere in this string. So what is happening to make that occur in the first place is whenever I set disable features, lit element is going to take over and reflect this from the property value change to the attribute, which is a string, and it's going to set the attribute disable features. And so where we can see this in the DOM, I'm going to set disable features, and we'll just say stuff, which won't do anything. And then we're going to inspect, and we'll see that we have disable features equals stuff. So the fun thing, if we can find any parts in this clean 2 element, I'm going to be able to turn them off by toggling that. So if I do left call, we shouldn't have a left column. If I do left call, disable features, but I do for some reason. Go in here, we've got a part named left call. And that would be because we don't have it mapped here. So you can't just put in whatever you want. It didn't work when I did stuff previously. But what I'm mapping is every one of these features that I want to be able to disable as a part, I'm making this generic library of part names that we are using within our theme layer. So we've got multiple themes, like 5, really only 2 of them that get used all the time. So reading this, we've got on the Hack CMS site builder tag, if the attribute disable features has site menu in it anywhere, look inside the light DOM selector class name Hack CMS theme element, and then this is how we do part targeting with CSS shadow parts. So given that my part name is left column, if I want to add support for that, and you see I'm adding support for a whole bunch of different ones here, we are going to swap out the word footer. And now we have just added support for allowing the end user, if they know what they're doing, to disable the left column. So I'm going to hit save. And as a result, the left column it's gone. And we can do this with any other part of the UI by just adding comma separated values. So if I do footer, which footer in this case is right at the bottom, it's this part, right? I don't need that last updated. That doesn't make sense for whatever my use case is. It's gone. And if we do some other parts on here, right? Any of these ones that are in there, if I don't want people to be able to print things anymore, if I don't want people to be able to look at the breadcrumb trail because it's really making me mad for some reason, if I want to get rid of that ding search button, right, I can start adding these on, and these part selectors off of the partial attribute name matching somewhere in that one string is going to get rid of them on my behalf. Now, this isn't, magic. I have hard coded some of these. I would need to probably go through and standardize the name of some of these parts. It's not going to cascade infinitely. So for example, I can't do part icon and just wipe out all the icons that are deep within shadow roots. This is one level only, but I could do RSS button very easily. I have RSS button mapped. And so because the part name is RSS button, if I want to get rid of the RSS button because it doesn't make sense, and it's gone. I'm get rid of QR code, all these little tiny features. I could start to knock these out in this manner. I'm not sure if I have QR code button already put in. Nope, I don't, which means I can go back to here, take my footer, and we're going to do QR code button, throw that in, and now QR code button is gone, just like our get corner. And these don't have to line up, right? I could map these to different things, right? I could do like get is the name of the thing that I want to get rid of as far as the feature to disable, yet the part it targets is the thing in question, right? So I have to, this is a brand new solution here. So it's still just kind of messing with it. And it's fun to be able to just target and destroy the entire interface that I worked so hard to get rid of or build in the first place. Is it right call? I thought it was right call. I have a left call. One would think I have a right column. Let's see. Right column is actually called part site menu content. Another cool thing with these, I could have multiple parts named off of the same thing. Kind of weird, I know. Oh, that didn't go away. I thought it was right call. I not put, oh, I didn't put right column in here. So let's put right column in here. Right, and so I'm not letting people disable like the slot, right? Even if that had a part associated with it. Hey, there we go. Right column is gone. And now, as silly as it might seem, I have a much more embeddable version of the interface. Now, why would someone do this? Welcome to higher education. Why does anyone do anything? So most users are not going to see this top bar. This is me just purely in an editorial mode. And so someone has this content iframed into a legacy multi-million-dollar solution. They can then lay out their pages using a robust content management solution that guarantees accessibility and costs nothing. And then scroll to the bottom, or if they're a student, they scroll to the bottom and say, what is X? And then they find out, and they're put on rails. It's called putting the user on the rails so that they can have their nice little iframe living in a content management system or learning management system of their choice and just click through my beautiful system without their sidebars, because magically this has improved the user experience somehow. Now, you'll notice it's wiping it off the UI, so if I hit refresh, it's not a perfect solution. I'm not mapping them, I'm not carrying that value along with me. It's purely just for that initial tee up, but I thought it was kind of neat usage of mixing these concepts together. So if you want to learn more about the interesting things we're doing in this space, hackstheweb.org or at BTO Pro on all the things. Catch you later.